There is a content creator on YouTube that I have recently been fascinated with. Her name is Codie Sanchez. Codie Sanchez does an amazing job of communication. She's a true storyteller. And I think she is in a niche that I look to expose. Something I'm doing with an office building I own in Fresno called The Hub is I'm looking to buy small businesses. And that was entirely inspired by Codie Sanchez. So I love what she does. If you're not following Codie Sanchez, I think you're truly missing out. I think she is a hero to the middle class, a hero to us wanting to do better. So again, please follow Codie Sanchez. I think she's amazing.
Yeah, I got this video sent over and I was watching through, and it's an hour-long video. I'll post the link for it down in the comments below. But midway, 20-something minutes into the video, she starts talking about how to buy a business. And the advice that she gives, well, it sounded oddly familiar. So I figured we'd let her talk about it and then see what Mike's reaction is.
Awesome.
What most people get wrong is when they think about buying a business, people like you will leave a conference like this where I talk about doing SMB sales, small business buying and sales, and they'll want to go buy a business tomorrow. And what I think you should do first is you should learn about the asset class. If you haven't studied micro PE, if you haven't done private deals before, you spend 30 or 60 days learning about the asset class. And then you take action on it as soon as you've kind of gotten your feet wet in the space. Let me tell you first, none of this stuff is rocket science. So lots of times when people hear me talk about buying a business, it sounds scary or intimidating or maybe like a lot of work. Like I could instead press this stock on Robinhood, buy this thing, buy this crypto and make a lot of money. That is true, but I don't think that's how we profit long term. So I don't want you to be intimidated by this, but I don't want you to go out and buy a business tomorrow. I want you to spend 30 days learning about it, 20 minutes a day, and then take action.
All right, so I'm learning about it. And then 20 minutes a day. You know, that sounds real familiar.
I wonder who has said 20 minutes. That's amazing. I did not know that was in there. That's pretty cool. So again, I think Codie Sanchez is amazing. I think there's a lot of things similar between micro PEs, buying small businesses, and what I teach, one rental at a time. It's not rocket science. I believe everybody can do it. I believe it takes focus and daily discipline. I will disagree with Codie Sanchez, at least in the real estate side. I don't think you can learn it in 30 days. Maybe that's because there's a network and other factors. I don't pretend to know Codie's world at all, so this is not disparaging to her. I think real estate takes at least 90 days for the best and most attuned. And for some people, it could take 6 months. So I want to change that one expectation about what I teach and talk about. But yeah, I see a lot of similarities. And I thought it was hilarious that she said 20 minutes a day. I did not see that coming. That was pretty cool.
So, you know, I think people oftentimes undervalue the amount of time that they put into studying a market. So when I got my first house hack here in Seattle, I'd lived here already for 10 years. I was very confident with what the rents would be in an asset that I bought because I had been a renter for the last 10 years. I knew what rents were beyond a shadow of a doubt. So I was able to skip that research process, not because I skipped it, but because I actually lived it. But I spent 6 months studying my market, looking for the right deal before I closed on my first house hack. When I then decided to go look in the Midwest for my first deal, I spent a year not wanting to invest there, being against the idea of it because I didn't like the market. And after a year of assessing it and calling and talking to people and looking at deals and following what other investors were doing, then I finally dipped my toes in. And yeah, a lot of people, they attend some seminar, they watch a video, and kudos to them because they're putting their heads in the right space. They want to get financially free. They want to improve their lives. They want to do it through real estate. I get it. But you're getting this quick emotional real estate high, and then you want to jump in. This is when you're at your most vulnerable. This is when the fake gurus come in and sell you some $20,000 like class or course or whatever that you don't need, or some mastermind group that you don't need. Or you buy a bad deal. You become the seller who looks at the market and goes, oh, this house has been on the market for 355 days. I'm sure there's no reason for that. I'll just buy it. That's when you'll
buy it at list price. You buy it at list. Yeah. Crazy.
Right. We don't pay list ever. And so I encourage people, don't underestimate the value of putting in the work. It will never hurt you. It's okay to take a step back. You're not taking action. You are taking action. It's just you're not closing on a property yet. But you're making sure that when you do close, you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this was the one because you said no to so many others. That's why I date like 50 chicks, because I just, I want to be able to tell the 50th, well, sweetie, it's because the other 49 just weren't you, right? Nobody's going to be happy if you just date and marry the first chick you ever. Okay, well, I'm going to get myself in trouble. This is your channel.
Yeah,
Mike, so
I don't know where you're going.
Advice.
Yeah. No comment, ladies. No comment.
Dion and I will have that conversation. We'll talk.
That's where you and Dion should talk about that. That looks like a short that should come out.
Oh, that's terrible. Anyways, we liked her video because she's saying the same things about buying small business that we say about buying real estate. Take your time, do the work. It all comes down to how much effort you put in.
Yeah, don't rush. I would actually say consistency beats effort, because I know a lot of people, I call them shooting stars. They come in, they're like, I'm going to consume your course. I spent $400. I'm going to spend the next 12 hours watching everything, and they do nothing.
Right.
Daily consistency, 20 minutes a day. You get 1% better. It is that I now realize that my superpower is being a hammer on whatever my focus task is. It just is what it is. Just daily consistency matters. So shout out Codie. Again, I don't know if you want to do real estate, you want to buy small businesses, sounds like the same recipe. Go nuts.
All right, Mike, those were all of the videos that people had sent us. As always, if you've got videos you want us to react to, I encourage you to reach out on Instagram, DM them to me or Mike, and we'll react to them. So, Mike, thanks for having me on your channel, man.
All right, buddy. Take care.